Well, I'm here now with Hugh Barber, who plays Liam McDade in the film Bravado. Hugh, tell me a bit about the background to the film. What do you think of the film in general?
Well, I think there's a really good plot to the film, and doing the film was a bit of it was a bit scary for me, to be honest with you, because I was only involved in one of David's other one production,
Yeah.
That was in Bogland, but I thought the movie went pretty well,
Okay. Do you feel that your character was enjoyable to play?
Well, I found it very hard. But at the start, it was hard to get under the character, because he was just a badass, really. You know what I mean? And he was, I don't know, running around killing all these people, and I don't know.
It's a very cool. It's a very cool character to see, because for someone that grew up watching gangster films like myself and really enjoy gangster films, I think you probably yourself too, you really enjoy the gangster films and that, and to be in one yourself, it's bound to be a pretty cool experience.
Well, no, definitely. You know what I mean? Looking back on it now, I just try to play like this hard, thick guy who would take no shit from anybody, kind of like one of them boys in Pulp Fiction or something like that. There, you know what I mean? It was fun, really. You know what I mean? Trying to get into that role,
Yeah. Have you done other acting roles in the past?
Well, that's what I was saying earlier on. I was in one of David's productions. It was Bogland,
Right.
I played a couple of scenes in it. A good friend of mine, Terry Ritchie, got me on it. So.
All right. Yeah.
It was just because I do the kickboxing, he got me to the ring, because there was one of the fight scenes.
Yeah.
There was a bit of choreographing and stuff like that there,
Yeah.
I was interested in going down and doing it, you know what I mean? We set up a scene, you know what I mean? I did the props and all the rest of it, and I think myself that the scene went pretty well, and I think that's probably why David asked me to do more in the film with his next production,
Yeah.
So it went well.
Good stuff. And do you feel that your scenes where you have to kill people and that, do you feel that they were justified? You done them. How do you feel they went?
Well, see, to be honest with you, you know what I mean, and a few of the scenes, the guys were pretty well padded up and stuff like that there, so I just said to them, I says, do you want it to look real? I says, help make it look real if you want, you know what I mean? I think I caught Johnny French.
Johnny French, yeah.
I think I actually caught him in the gym by accident, you know what I mean? And busted his lip a wee bit,
But that adds to the authentic side of it, and then some of them fight scenes were very, very intense,
Do you think
they looked intense.
See, to be honest, I put my heart on it because I wanted to look good, you know what I mean? A few of them, the scenes were a bit green, grim even, sorry, you know what I mean? But I just wanted to do the best job that I could do, because I know it means a lot to David and all the rest of the actors and stuff like that there,
Exactly.
I pretty enjoyed the scene up in, I think it was in Port Rush one day, Port Rush.
Right.
That was a very good scene that day up there, and on my James McGoggin, they had to do a bit of chasing that day, up there.
Some nice locations too, wasn't there?
Definitely. As I say, we were up at Port Rush, we were down by Falhay, it was beautiful, setting down the pier there, you know what I mean? There was a couple of dark alleys, you know what I mean?
That's it, then.
It was actually a place we would use as the zigzags, for West Bank kickboxing, we would do the training in the morning.
Right.
It was actually one of the scenes with Johnny French, it was a very good scene as well. I was following him up on that day and had to get
right,
audition, but that's
a good fight scene then too, in the field, remember that one?
I thought that was pretty good as well, you know what I mean? I went that day, it was, we had problems with lighting that day, but it was good,
So it's all stuff that we can look forward to in the film Bravado, which is out very soon.
I thought the actors were superb in it, James and Shauna, and yourself, you know what I mean? Especially Johnny, I thought Johnny Prince was a really good actor,
It's a bit of crack.
And working with David and Tommy,
David's brilliant, I have to say, as because I've seen it, I find that he really put it together brilliantly, really was. It seemed, to me anyway, it's an honour to be involved in a project like that,
Well, same as that, you know what I mean? I was, as I say, I did a wee fight scene in the last film we was on, and it was just nice for me to be asked to do, you know what I mean? So. Do
you find that having done the fight scenes as part of it and being brought in as kind of that kind of an angle, that you're the fighter that's been brought on for the choreographed scenes, but do you find that you've got more into the acting now and you find you want to act more maybe?
Well, that's what I was saying at the time. Like, well, if there's anything a wee bit more, a wee bit more of a challenge, like, you know, if they wanted me to use me or even try me, rather than being a scrapper or whatever like that, I probably would try it, like, you know what I mean? But hey, you know what I mean? Maybe I should stick to what I said.
I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something now. The acting comes across very authentic there. Anyway, well done, Hugh, and thanks very much for joining us here on CKTV.
All right, lad. Hey.
Good man. Thanks, Hugh.
Take it easy.
So, Bravado, we were chatting there about
we were doing the character.
Oh yeah, your character.
I just look at the character, and you know, if I look at a script and and the character I'm given, I just look at that. Because,
right.
You know, because I can't judge a script. I just, you know, on the whole, but I look at a character and kind of go, right, okay, I can do this and I can do that with it, but maybe do this. Don't know what to do here, but you know, I'll think about that. So that's all I think about. You know, because especially with film, at least anyway, with Bravado, I mean, I just seen it there now, and just so as I can talk about it, and it has no correlation with the script at all, because I mean, just because the script says this and the script says that, it's in this order and things like that. Once you get to the final cut, more often than not, it's not going to be the same film as what you imagine when you read the script.
I noticed that when we were filming. I noticed that it was very different, because if you're doing a stage play, you know yourself, you kind of stick to the script, don't you? Big difference. You would find. Would you find a big difference with stage work and film acting?
Yes, there's a big difference there. When you do a script, the script is often on stage the same,
right?
As what's on paper, you know, with the exceptions of what the actors and the director decide what the performances and the likes are going to be, whatever. And in film, it's always different, as we've just said. But the other thing is that when you're doing theatre, right, it's very large, right?
Right.
The screen you're watching, as it were, it's huge, and you're just this one wee bit in it, right? And you have to find some way of filling that and things like that. But you know, on camera, it's very small. More often than not, it's just here. You know what I mean? You have to be careful, because if you have to kind of go and all this, you know, on stage, you have to be careful not to translate that down, because that there is just going to look ridiculous on screen. Everything has to be like a tiny, you know, just a tiny sort of change, maybe in the eyes or whatever, like, you know, more often than not. All right, there's wide shots as well, but you know, the bread and butter is just these here, you know. Exactly. Shots, you know, you have to be careful about that, you know.
Yeah. You play Christopher Swan, who's a private investigator.
Yes, you know, yeah, it sounds more exotic than it actually is. You know, the private investigator I would play would be more, you know, he'd be somebody who'd sit in a car and taking pictures of husbands cheating, but I just happen to have got in a few situations that, you know, well, they turned into dangerous.
Few sticky ones.
Yeah, they turned into, you know, the opener of the film has a very dangerous one. And obviously the one I get on, the first job I decided to take on after the events of the opening scene,
right,
turns out to be even more dangerous, and you know, because that's where the main plot is. But that's who I play. Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, James McLaughlin, who plays Christopher Swan in Bravado, thanks very much for your time.
You're welcome. No problem, Kieran.
Good luck with the film.
All right. Well, you too.
Okay. Well, we have Tommy Page here with us. We've just seen Bravado for the first time, and what do you think of it, Tommy?
I thought it was brilliant. I think it's one of the best films that which I've seen. I mean, and also been in. I enjoyed it very much.
Good stuff. Have you done many acting roles in the past?
I've done quite a few of David's films, you know, throughout over the years. I think I was in from one of his first films. This was back about 12 years ago or more.
Very good.
Called That a Charity Case. And I played like a serial killer in that there.
Right.
And
did you like that kind of role? Did you?
Oh, I do. I always love. I always love playing that. The baddies, so I do.
Cool.
The baddie can get them in.
I enjoy the baddies as well.
Kill everybody, you know, and he can get away like and most issues as well. I love it. I mean, you know, the crack's good. And, you know, great. And working with everyone, friends and all too. You know,
that's what it's all about, isn't it? Meeting people and all the best. That type of stuff. Like-minded people as well. You know, that's into that type of stuff.
That's right.
What about stuff outside of film, like plays or other kinds of like? I heard recently you done some like advertisements for stuff. And
all right, yes. I recently played a part and some Halloween film. It was made up in the country park, you know, just up in Craig in there.
All right.
And I played like this guru character,
right?
Which is quite fun. I had to wear like this cloak and all and robe. I was going around telling these three we girls like a story. So I see bad they're coming for me.
And this was for David as well, wasn't it?
Oh no, this was a film that which was actually funded
right.
by the National Lottery.
Very good.
So I think it was. I think it costed something about 8 or 10 grand. I think.
Wow.
That was got in for, and they recently got a whole bunch of the DVDs of the actual film, like out on DVD. So it's getting sent out now, like the different schools and the other different places now.
Happy days,
yeah.
So you're going to be famous among the young people up there.
I'll give you 5 minutes.
Good stuff. We've been talking to you recently, Tommy, about your Bravado piece and also about a guru bit you done recently for the National Lottery. But can you tell us a bit about your what other stuff you've done in the world of acting?
I certainly can, Kieran. Well, I've done a good bit of acting, and I've actually gotten into doing acting now a lot more since this past year.
Right.
And I'm also looking, you know, like for them to try to do like for them to do plays.
Right.
As well.
That sounds good.
Yeah. That which were. Oops, sorry.
So we were chatting about the last year you've started doing the acting and stuff, and you're hoping to do plays.
Oh yes.
You find that play would be something you would like to delve into?
I actually wouldn't mind that. You know, like seeing, you know, that how different, you know, that both of them would be like. You know, like acting on stage. You know, rather than being
the camera kind of idea.
In front of the camera, just to sort of kind of like play. You know, between the two of them, and just see. You know,
there is a big difference now. Big difference. I would find that on stage, I've done on stage stuff for a long time before I decided to do film stuff.
Right.
I found that on stage stuff is very demanding. It's very much if you do say a nine nights or something, you have to be there every night and do your costume changes and all, and there's a lot of pressure, you know. But I really enjoy the buzz of it. Like there's no buzz like being on stage, but whereas the acting's more lenient and you organise times with the director and you get your cast calls and stuff, and it's really enjoyable. But I find that both of them have unique enjoyments, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
So Tommy Page, you're in Bravado.
I sure am.
You're more significant parts in the guru job you done recently. Tell us a bit about that.
Sure, no bother at all, Kieran. I did that Guru part there, back last year here. It was like for the Halloween thing.
Okay.
And the Guru part, David put a word down for me there, with the woman called Karen Healy, that who works up here, and she said, that would he know anyone that would be interested on looking to play a Guru?
All right.
We need a bald head boy, and David said,
you had a bald head at the time, didn't you?
I know just a man. I'll give him a call. If he's interested. So,
happy days.
that's how that's how I got that part for it, and and she has said that if you're up to doing it, then that's great.
That's pretty big, you know.
Oh, jeez,
funded by the National Lottery, I believe.
Yeah, no, excellent. It's actually getting put on the different schools and all now.
That sounds brilliant. Yeah.
The actual DVD for it itself now. Just came out there recently. Someone famous now.
You'll be a hero to all the kids in the British Isles.
I'll tell you, I'm sure would.
Well, Tommy Page, it's been good to meet you here on CKTV YouTube.
Thanks very much, man,
and we'll be chatting again, and happy acting.
Cheers, man. Hopefully I'll be doing a lot more stuff. Fees only watch. Yeah.
Cheers, Tommy.
Cheers, Kieran. Thank you, man.
I'm here with David Harkin, who's our director for Bravado. David, we just watched it there, and it was some of the cast's first time seeing it. How do you feel now, coming up close to the release?
Well, I'm hoping that whoever comes to it, be the general public or more of the cast, that they enjoy it as much as yourself and Tommy and James and all that, and Laura, and Macaulay and James Gillespie did.
Very, very impressive there. It was unbelievable twists in it and everything.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
So, as far as the film goes, are you happy with it compared to your other films? Would you be
I'm happy enough with it, yeah. I just hope that all people like it. Just getting people to see it is the thing now, you know.
Yeah. Your past films, Bogland, Murderous, The Keening, among others. I only know you a while, so you've probably done loads of stuff apart from them. But overall, what do you think?
I'm just glad. I've moved. Bravado was last year's ideas. I've already moved on, and as you know, I'm already writing an all script. So I've already sort of moved on from Bravado. I wrote the script for that a year ago. So I've already that's old news to me now.
Yeah. Just keep on going, and
you have to keep.
The wheel keeps turning.
My best film is my next one. So
that's a great attitude. Yeah.
That's what I'm going to be doing. So that's the plan.
Happy days with David Harkin. Good luck with the film, and hope it all goes well for you.
It's great. Thank you, Kieran, for coming from Louisville. Thank you.
Good luck.
Your ex-husband, Martin Doherty, is also the father of your child. And he's gone missing. Has he run away?
Martin Doherty? He's small fry.
Yeah, but his ex-wife wants me to go find him. Quite happy to take the work, just she'd be better off with a solicitor. Not that I'm complaining though, work's work, Vincent. I'm a private investigator, and I was hired to look for a man who was evading paying his child benefit money. He's a man by the name of Martin Doherty.
Well, I've got it for you. You want to know about Martin Doherty?
Well, that's why I'm here, Harvey. All I want's an address for Martin Doherty.
The fuck do I look like you? Do you reckon inquiries? Take your shit and get the fuck out of here.
Why didn't he do something? Why didn't he stop it?